I just want to let you guys know, making this video, I really appreciate you guys for sticking around with me and not leaving me. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a year until recently, but you guys still stuck around. You guys still subscribe, and I love it. I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to be doing more videos. I wanted to do Summer's Gone, but that didn't work out because, I mean, where's the chapters? Where is it? Where's the next update? It's been a year. You got Being a Dick before that. And I was thinking we were going to read that for Being a Dick. But we did it. So I'm like, okay. And it's just like, I don't know what's going on. He's still doing Where I Began. I honestly, I don't care about the game anymore. I like the old Where I Began before the change. The she's all nice now. It makes me feel bad because of how the MC actually has like a dick. More than the dick that we play as in another game. It's very strange. I don't know. He's a jock. He's buffed up. It's weird. He got too much muscles for me. Too much muscles for me. But I understand he will be attracted to a lot of people. So I like that we have an attractive player that makes sense. But it's just like, it's just a storyline. How long is it going to take for us to get to storylines that we had in the old version? I don't care about the high graphics if it's going to take us damn 15 years to even get to where we were before. I don't know how he was able to get there so quick. And then this new version, it's taking so much longer. I know he took on Summer's Gone. I understand that. But to me, either hire somebody else to help you on Where I Began and just let that be that. Or, I don't know, maybe try to get to a certain point with one game and then switch to the other one and get to a certain point with that one. I'm just saying. It's this, how long it's taking, it's kind of annoying the fuck out of me. And honestly, there's certain games where I kind of lose the magic to where I don't even really feel the same way I feel about them. And I don't. I don't with Summer's Gone. I can admit that. I don't keep up with the forums. I don't go on the forums anymore because what's the point? I went in there 2 weeks ago, and there's people that came just like me wondering, where is the update? Every time I'm on Twitter and he posts a status update, I don't even go check to even see what the hell he got going on. I don't even go look. It'd be so many things that be passes, so I'm not even looking for it anymore. I don't care. And then people explain that there's not been a status update, there's been a computer updates, there's been this, there's been that, I'm moving, vacations, whatever, I don't know. And it's just like, it's not enough for me to be like, okay, man, okay. And then I don't even want to go in the Where I Began forum because they're always complaining about the damn Summer's Gone forum about how they get special treatment, because obviously they do. You know, that's his bread and butter right now. You know, Where I Began is kind of like on the back burner, not really. You know, it's like when he gets to it, he gets to it, but it's just like he can use that as an excuse. I'm working on Where I Began. Summer's Gone, taking the back burner right now. Then someone's gonna get pissed because they're like, what the fuck? We care about this game more. It is what, I don't know. But I wanted to do Summer's Gone. I wanted to do a review for that, but I don't even know, man. I might catch so much slack because there's gonna be a lot of things I want to talk about that I do not like. I don't like some story aspects that he added. I don't like story aspects that he took out. I don't. And there's certain characters that I care about more than others. Understandable. There's certain people that take top spots that I was even surprised about. Very much. That's just how that game is. And he can pick and choose when he wants to make a person a main girl. He changes his mind all the time. They even have a damn list. So you know, it's like, oh, they're going to be a main girl. Oh, no. He changed his mind. They're not going to be a main girl anymore. And you're just like, what the fuck? What the hell? I don't do this shit all the time. Like, okay, at first, when I saw Zara, I didn't give a fuck about her. I didn't know she was probably going to be one of those bitch characters. But it's like, when it comes to the MC, I don't know. She just kind of, she acts differently, and I like her model. I really do. A lot of people, she's up there with Bella to me. Like, Bella's number 1, Zara's number 2. Zara used to be number whatever. So that's how quickly a character can change in an episode when they get some love. There's some characters I still don't really care for or whatever. And another thing, why does he keep changing his mind about Majima? Like, the old version, like, she was love interest before he did the whole switcheroo, made the graphics better, whatever. She used to be a main character. Then all of a sudden, no, she's not a main girl. No, she's not even a side girl. We can't do nothing with her anymore. And I was like, okay. And then it's just like, sometimes it's like, when you see her, you're like, I don't care. It's fine. But then when you see her again, you're like, why? Why is she not a main girl? Why? Her model's great. She looks good. Cool. You know, another character that I like, Nadia, I want more scenes with her. I don't want the tabletop game. Oh my god, they go to the tabletop game. I don't want the tabletop game to be the only way that we could really hang out with her. I know that she invited us to that party. Okay, cool. I hope that's a catalyst for us to get in there with her or whatever. We don't even know if she likes the MC or not, besides her commenting about his look change or whatever. And we know she's friends with Bella. So if you're fucking with Bella, there's no way there's no way she's gonna be with you. You're gonna have to be you're gonna have to be single or be on the sister's path, which probably why would she think you're with the sister? That path or any other path. You definitely can't be with her if you're on the Bella path. I can already cut that out. She's not gonna. She's definitely not gonna do that. Who else? Katie. She's off. She's off. She's hot or whatever. But she's the only. Still, he literally said the only reason that she's interested is to get back at Bella. If Bella's interested in him, she's interested in him. If Bella's not, I don't think that she is. I don't know if he's gonna change that up in the next season, because we did see a picture, but I feel like that's on Bella's path probably, and he's probably gonna be like, get the fuck up. Oh hell no, this is not gonna be good. So I feel like that's the only reason she does that. If you're on anybody else's path, I feel like they do that. They sit on your lap. But other than that, nah, she's out. Don't care. Another one. I like Robin, man. Why the hell is he not making Robin a main girl? I don't understand it to this day. I would never understand that. Every time he's like, I might do Robin. Every time he might do her, he changes his mind. A lot of people, I mean, I'm a fan of Robin. I think her model's cute. And I wanted them to dive a little bit more deeper into that storyline about them doing stuff in the bathroom. That was, I feel like that's interesting, especially if you're on another path. And I feel like I just want it to be, I don't care if you have a long forming relationship with her. I just want to at least have an option to do something with her at all, and her not just be a wasted character. I feel like there's no way he's going to waste that model. There's no way he wastes that model. Like, for real. And we don't know nothing about, what's her name? Sasha. She's mysterious, and we kind of learned a little bit more about her at the book club. She takes pills also. I don't, like I said, that's one storyline, that's one, like, thing that he added that I just don't really care for. I know stuff like that is possible, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess I can't relate. Maybe I'm a little bit unempathetic to it, but I don't care about that being in a game like this. He already has enough problems as is. Don't let that be another thing we have to deal with. Okay, whatever. But, Sasha, okay, cool. She's a heartbreaker. She takes people's husbands. Of course, it's not her fault. Nobody can blame her for that. She doesn't really like being around men. She's very quiet, cool. We still don't know what the hell happened to her face. I guess you can't really ask her yet. Probably you have to be more closer to her, maybe to ask her. I don't know. But, I don't know. We need to get on with that. AU, I guess you cannot do nothing with her because she's a Zane. So yeah, he probably was like, yeah, at first I feel like he was gonna let us do, she was a choice probably at chapter 1. She was an option. But after that, I guess he changed his mind. I don't know if we're still gonna be doing the whole, her teaching us how to fight storyline. I don't know. It's cool, but if she's not gonna be an option to date, then I don't care. I don't care about really seeing scenes with a lot of them side girls that you're not going to be able to do nothing with. That time slot could be, used for somebody else. But, him letting her to fight, he seems to be able to take care of himself, besides him getting caught off guard, whatever. But that's out. Sadly, Claire's out too. He even took out the scene that if you get kicked in the balls, she doesn't do what she did before. Amber, that's one storyline I am interested in seeing. I am going to have a save especially for her, because I want to know how that's going to transpire. But it's probably going to be a while, maybe, before us to be able to do anything. And I don't know, because I feel like if Bella finds out, it's not going to be good. So he's going to have to let them be extra sneaky. And we need to know what happened with Bella in the Holdersons. We need to figure that out. What the hell is she calling him a pedo for? We haven't really dig deep, because she was very vague about it. But what did he do? Did he make passes on you? I don't know. She hasn't gone into that, and I'm very curious. I hope they talk more about that. Nancy's cool. She's cute. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about her, but I feel like she's cute. I want to delve more deep into the basketball games. I want to at least dig deep into the basketball games. A lot of these games that have sports involved, they either don't pull through, or they're very, very slow when they want to add things, because there's a lot involved apparently when they do them. So it's like, if it's going to be a long process, I'd rather you not do it at all. I think that's interesting. There's a lot of football games coming out. There's a lot of basketball games coming out. And these virtual novels are trying to add sports to add more variety. There's 2 games that come to mind. One of them, we had 1 game so far. That's cool, but I don't know how much time really goes into making these games work. but it is what it is. But like I said, I want them to do the whole Robin storyline. I really do. Summer, I don't think Summer should come back. I really don't. There's really no point. I don't know what happened with her. Apparently, a lot of things happened with her, and either she's not here with us or she moved away. And I feel like that's cool. And I want the MC to be able to come out of his shell more and get fixed enough for him to be a normal human being. Sonya, I don't like. Do not tell me the only way we're gonna be able to hang out with Sonya is during the tabletop games. Because how many tabletop games are you usually planning to do? So that just lets me know that Sonya, she's definitely gonna fall below the back burner. It's not gonna be enough. I'm one of those people that did not like the tabletop. It was cool at first. You're like, oh wow, but it wears off very quickly. Too quick for it to be like, was it even worth it? And if he still thinks that it's worth it after what people were saying, okay, there's only so much defending I can really do, because if him saying that it's under the guise of something else, and that's the only reason, but the way she could be there, I'm not gonna like that at all. I'd rather them hang out to do something else instead of that, because it seemed like a lot of time went into that damn tabletop game, and it didn't really impress me enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I want to see that again. You can tell she has a lot of issues, but she's doing the OnlyFans thing and telling her about the cam girl thing. I don't have a problem with it per se. If you want to date her, you can date her. You just have to be okay with it and understand that this is just what she's doing. She has to pay for that goddamn apartment she's living in. So she gonna do what she needs to do. So I can't even hate. Layla's cool. I would be okay with not doing anything with her. I would just be okay with her for being a side character. He doesn't have to mess with every girl that comes in this game, but I don't like how the changing up and being like, oh, she's gonna be a girl that we're gonna be able to do stuff with. Oh, never mind. And you just find out as him just writing about it. No, they're not gonna be able to do nothing. I like the twins. I want to do more things with the twins. They're cute. Obviously one of them is a little bit more okay in the head than the other, but I like that. I hope that we're gonna be able to do stuff with them, like for real. They might annoy the MC, but he might be able to do something with that. But yeah, that's just it, man. I want to be able to like Summer's Gone. I want to be able to play Summer's Gone, and I love Summer's Gone in a way. But that love turns into annoyance very quickly when things like this happen, and then you don't know where the game is going to be. You don't know how long this game is going to be able to complete. And I guarantee that being a dick is going to be done by the time Summer's Gone even gets to a certain chapter, and that's not good to me. That's not good in my opinion. But honestly, the people I'm excited to see the next chapter is Bella, Zara, Mila, and that's really it. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty much it. Those are the only people that I'm very excited to see, that I liked the way they gave it up last episode. Now, Victoria, we still finding out about her. I don't know what the hell wrong with her. I don't know if she's a sheltered child, or this just the way she acts, and she's always acted like this. I don't know, but sometimes it creeps me out. Sometimes I think it's adorable, sometimes it creeps me out. And now that he described her voice as being very soft, it kind of makes sense. I don't know, it kind of makes sense a little bit. But I'm like, I want to know if somebody had to guess, an actor in real life, what would you think her voice would sound like? Like, who would you think her voice sounded like? It's like sometimes I go and when I heard about that, I went and I looked around and heard people's voices, and I was like, yeah, this might be what it sounds like. I wish he could kind of give us hints about the way these characters sounds. Like, that's why sometimes I wouldn't mind voice acting in these games, but no, it might ruin it. Because all the games that I've played that added voice acting, it kind of just really I had to turn it off. I ain't gonna lie, I had to turn it off. It's just sometimes when they be voice acting, it don't sound natural. It sounds like they're reading from a script instead of just talking. What they would have to do is read the script and just say it off the dome, or give them an outline of what they need to say and just let them say what they would say. Because this is not working out from them reading a script. It's really not. I could tell it just does not sound natural. But that's it. That's the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for season 2 of Summer's Gone? I am. He said he was adding explicit content to season 2. I'll believe when I see it.
I don't believe him, but I'll believe when I see it. Who knows? He said we could even have it in chapter 1. I don't believe him, but we'll see, because of the way the way he handled season 1, it really annoyed me. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I know he's trying to sell it to Steam in his country. I'm not gonna get into that, but I hope it's a different type of game next season. Cause I'm telling you, I don't care about the sexual content like that, not like that. But this is erotic. These are erotic games that I play. I don't play just normal games that don't have any sex in them, like, at all. Cause I could just read a book. It's not just about the graphics to me. These characters, they can come and go, but it's about what you do with them. It's about the steps that you take. And I'm more of a romantic type virtual novel player. So if we don't even get romance with them doing stuff, then that's a problem to me. And they don't have to butt nakedly. It can be romantic too. That, like, that kissing scene, that when they all kiss, I like that. That was, ooh, that did something to me. But all this other stuff, him not really do none of that. Even when the hot tub, taking the hot tub scene out, I don't know if he added it back. I don't really care. I didn't play it again after he did the Steam shit. So I just, it's a lot. It's a lot with this game. It's a love-hate relationship sometimes, but I do like what he's done. But I hope I hope more people get into the field and just test their skills and see if they can make a better game. Like, for real. I know that I don't have all of that to even do that, make these games. So that's where nobody can compare. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, when there's stuff that I don't like, I can admit that I don't like it. I don't like to sugarcoat if I like something about a virtual novel, because why would I? You could choose to not watch it. You could choose to ignore it. You could choose to just be like, I'm gonna stand in my own soapbox and say this is the best game in the world. That's cool. I know this isn't the best game in the world, and I know Being the Dickens is the best game in the world either, because I have my problems with that game too. So there's never gonna be a game that I did not say I didn't like something about it, or I didn't like the schedule, or I didn't like the update, or I didn't like how many renders was in the update, or I didn't like how it just seemed pointless. What was the point of this? There's a lot of games that have updates that come out, and you wonder, what the hell were they doing to drop this? It seemed like the update was 30 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 5. That's not good. That's really not good, especially if they're getting paid for it every month. I know there's some developers that can put on, you pay you pay per update. That's cool, but a lot of updates are not doing that. They're paying per month. And like I said before, I'm not supporting the developer. I'm supporting the game. The developer could be going through anything. The only reason I'm supporting you in the first place is because of the game you put out. I'm not just going around and supporting people on the street or somebody online. I'm not. People, like how people have subscribed to the YouTube Patreons, because of the content they produce. If they didn't produce content and it was just you pay me, you send it a coffee or something, that's an option. Just send me a coffee. I didn't do anything. You just wanted to send me a coffee. I'm not doing the Patreon method of supporting the developer. I'm supporting the game. If the game has no update, if you don't update your Patreon in a year, and I don't know what the fuck you got going on, why the fuck am I still giving you money? I need to know where my money's going. I need to know what you're doing with my money. And if I don't know what you're doing with my money, that's a problem. Come on, man. So it's a lot of this in this field that has started to annoy me a lot, because a lot of people put on their capes and they protect these developers, and then they disappear out of nowhere, and then they're like, yeah, I was a defender, but yeah, I can't even defend it anymore. When you were coming at any and everybody, when you had no reason. It's like you didn't even know this person. You don't know these developers. You don't know what they look like. You don't know. You luckily they even tell you where they live at. So it's just like, what is all of that? I don't understand it. I would never defend a developer like that, ever. I don't even do that to studios, because there's no point. They're doing something that you're not doing, and they're making more money than you by sitting down a couple of hours, or having a machine just render it up. Pancake is probably a millionaire. There's no way he's not. He has put Being a Dick on every platform you can think of that can sell a game. People buy it up there. You cannot tell me he's not a millionaire or a multi-millionaire right now. This is probably going to retire him. He obviously, after this, he could do any type of game he wants. He doesn't even have to do another virtual novel ever again, because this game is, when he's not here anymore, that's gonna feed his family. If he has a family or whatever, that's gonna feed him for the rest of his life, because that game is always gonna be able to be bought. So I understand why people get into this field, but it's actually putting your ass and actually having a passion about finishing these games. There's people that literally, since they came out, probably in 2017, they are still doing they're still playing, they're still making the same game. There's people that just finished. And I'm like, at least they finished. But I remember back during 2018, 2019, 2020, there was people that came out with a game a year before and they finished the game. So they can say, at least I finished the game. At least Pink K has finished the game. He came up with acting lessons. I think he finished acting lessons within a year. That's great. That is amazing. He came and finished a game. He can have that on his belt. People could trust him to finish a game. There was never been a time where I feel like Pink K was not gonna finish the game. There's been a lot of developers I felt they weren't gonna finish their games, and they get more defense. There's been people in the forms that have games that have been put on the back burner as abandoned, and that's new, because there was a lot of times where they let them not even get the tag. There could be a year past and they still didn't get the tag. Now they're starting to get the tag because people's opinions are changing. They're like, okay, now it's been about a year now, been about 9 months. We ain't seen nothing from you. You've just been chilling. Oh, you get the bad tag. Now you coming out saying, oh guys, I'm coming back. Don't worry, I'm still working on the update. Okay. But it took for you to get the abandoned tag to feel like you had to get up and say something. I don't like that. I don't like that. Wolful Academy. I like Wolful Academy. I do. But it's just like, what's going on with the updates, man? Like that last update took like about a year to get. He keeps splitting up the chapters, talking about, guys, the chapter's gonna to not have y'all wait too much longer. I'm just gonna go put it out, and then I'm gonna release the next one after a little while. I'm gonna release the next chapter, and that pisses me off every time he does that shit. Cause I'm like, you could have just put what you had together and just dropped the update. You didn't have to split it up for our benefit. Stop at any chapter any part that you stop at, which you always do, and just release it. There's a lot of games that have been abandoned, and I could make a whole video about that alone. Games that I loved, that I used to pay for. That's why I stopped doing that shit. Because it's just like, they could disappear tomorrow, and what did you pay for? What did you pay for? They didn't even get to make it on Steam, so that's not an excuse. They didn't even get to make it on Steam yet. No, this is just paying per you supporting them. Not really, because I'm supporting the game, and then you wait for the chapters to come out. My money doesn't grow on trees, so stop doing that. It isn't like you can pay $1. No, sometimes you have to pay $5. Sometimes you have to pay $10. And I'm like, okay. And at first I'm like, okay, but then it's like, where's the news? Where's the pictures? Where's the previews? What is going on? And there's been some people that have put out pure previews that had nothing to do with the update. It was just pictures that they just sat there and did to take you on to the next months. And then when the update drops, you're like, where's those pictures? Where's those pictures that you previewed? I have not seen any of them. I haven't seen a lick of them. I just put them out, but I didn't put them out. Like, what is going on with that? What is that? Like the scenario that happened on AOA Academy. He had put out renders. And after he put out the renders, he disappeared. He was like, okay, well, I mean, what happened? I mean, you said it was done. You said the update was done. And we don't know. He disappeared. People said that he kind of came back. I don't know if he went on the forums and said something or whatever. I never went to go look because I don't care. It had been too long. We didn't know. People was a lot of, oh, maybe this happened. Maybe that happened. Maybe this happened. Maybe that happened. Well, maybe he got overwhelmed. I'm going with the story that he got overwhelmed. He already had problems with configuring the code and the paths and stuff like that. I'm going to be the person that it got too much and he just kind of just dropped the game. He stopped talking in the Discord. I feel like he got overwhelmed and he just decided to cut his losses instead of just admitting to it. Maybe he was scared to ask for help. I don't know. That's just what I believe. Yeah, it could have been something else, but I believe that personally. And it's just a lot of games that have really, I don't know, they really traumatized me in a way where I feel like I can't trust a lot of these developers because you never know what they got going on. There's games like what's that other game? Like that Love and Submission game with the vampires and stuff like that. And that was an interesting concept, and I've seen nobody do that ever since then. So he had carved his own lane, and he dropped episode for a while. Then he left for a year, and people said he was in a place where he had to fight in a war or had to move or whatever. So okay, people gave him grace. Then I don't think that's what it was, but he posted it on Patreon. I just didn't want to subscribe to see what he actually said. And then after that, he came back, dropped an update, got people hyped again. Then he left again, and he hasn't came back since then. So I don't know. I don't know what be going on. Like I said, the mental health thing. Okay, that's terrible. I understand it, but at the same time, oh, man, it's just like it's a lot of things that get messed up with these developments, and it makes me not trust it anymore. Cause that was back in the day, and a lot of games back then have been abandoned. A lot of themes, some people have passed away, R.I.P. to them, and some people have taken over, and then they did the game no justice at all. If nobody was holding your hand, then you wouldn't want to do it. So the development cycles to these games really hurt sometimes. It really does, and it's just like you're lucky to even get past chapter 3, maybe 4, but I'm gonna give it to 3 because a lot of games that have not gone past chapter 1. And a lot of these games kind of suffered during the COVID era. COVID era made people come out and they made people go away. Either they thrived during that era because what did everybody have to do? Then they came out and they was like, oh, we ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna make a video game. And then when COVID went away and everybody went back to normal, they dropped the game. And then you're like, well, damn, what happened? Probably because they had nothing else to do, and then this was just something that was doing on the side because they had nothing else to do, and then they just decided to drop it. It is what it is. It's just that simple sometimes. People even said it. It was like, yeah, sorry guys, I dropped the game because I did this during the COVID era because we didn't have anything else to do, and people are getting paid, they're giving stimulus checks. Why not? But it's just like these games sometimes. I want the best for them, but it's just like it be the developer that self-sabotages by the decisions that they make, and then they really think that there's a lot of people that have had milking situations where they dropped one update, they dropped 2, they dropped 3, they dropped 4, and they was able to build up a fan base, and then they were able to collect money by an update that everybody presumed was going to come out, and it never did. And then something finally came out, people still is around defending. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like some certain developers have good brainwashing skills. That's all I could think, because some of them talk really crazy to the audience, and they still stick around. And I'm like, well, shoot, this person could be the most understanding person that is very honest about what's going on, and you give them shit, but this motherfucker's talking about, look, it's gonna come when it comes, deal with it, and you're bound down because they're just so rude with the response that you just take it. And this is like, I don't like the double standard. You know, the most assholes devs get the most loyal fan base, and I don't get that. When the person that's the nicest, that always responds to their audience, that always makes sure there's an update out, and if they have something wrong, they always tell them what they think the ETA is, or they think how long it's gonna, like, what's going on. Like, they're very honest, and they get shit. They don't get support. They get shit, and it's just like, I don't like that. And the games that be getting the most milked, I don't be playing those type of genres, so I can't really relate. I heard a lot about it because their forums it's like it makes their way to other forums, and you're like, oh, that game is getting milked. That's interesting. And it's just like names for these developers. That's not good. But yeah, I just want to make this video. It went into other areas, went into other things, and I was like, sometimes I just get to talking. But what do you guys think down below? Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.